everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to replace the ignition coil connector on a 2008 Toyota Camry. First I remove the coil cover using a 10mm socket. There is only two nuts holding the cover on. Now as you look at the coil connectors, you can see each one has the retaining clip broken and they're easily pulled off. Obviously this does not make for a good connection. As a result, your car engine may misfire and not run smoothly. As you can clearly see, each connector was either perished or broken and the locking pin tab was missing. The first connector I changed, I used a small flat blade screwdriver to remove the white locking tab. Once removed, you can D-pin each wire individually. As you can see, the white locking tab disintegrated while I was trying to undo it. Also remove the rubber orange seal as well while you're going. I D-pinned one wire at a time, and after I did the first one I thought I'll stop and make a small diagram on what colour wire went where, as you can see on my orange tape here. On the first connector I D-pinned one wire at a time so I would not get confused on which wire went where, but if you watch the second connector I did, it's easier doing all four together. Listen for the click as I insert the wire. Now remove the second wire from the old connector and place it in the new connector. When you place in, make sure it's seated properly and you'll hear a little click as it's done. Listen carefully. It's a pretty simple process and all you need is a small flat blade screwdriver and a 10mm socket. Repeat the same process for the third and fourth wires, ensuring that when you place them in you listen for the click, and also that when you're done you pull on the back of the wire to see it remains in the connector and doesn't easily pull out. Once you've done one connector, it's basically the same for the other three connectors, but if you watch to the end of the video and look at my connector 4 and what happened to it when I went to do it. Once again, listen carefully for the click. Did you hear that? Now insert the white locking tab which separates all the wires from each other. Test fit the connector to the ignition coil and make sure it locks in place. When replacing the second connector, I decided to do something different. So instead of undoing each individual wire, I tried to put all four wires into the connector at once, which I found a lot easier to do. As you can see, the connector broke quite easily, which left all four wires exposed and was much easier to put into the new connector then. Line all four wires up with the connector holes and then slowly push them in to hear the clicking sound, which indicates that they are locked into place. Now insert the white locking tab which separates all the wires and test fit the connector to the ignition coil. As you can see here, the connector would not push all the way down. I had to remove the old rubber O-ring from the old connector. Now I decided to remove each coil as there was remnants in the connection part of the coil where the interlocking tab had disintegrated. Also the orange rubber seal was left in a couple of them as well. I am quite surprised at how well the car still run considering the poor condition of all these connectors and the missing interlocking tabs in each connector. This was the fourth and last connector I had to do, and I could easily push it with my thumb and finger and it disintegrated into many pieces, making it the fastest and easiest connector to do out of all of them. I purchased the connectors from EFI Solutions, which are located on the Gold Coast, and I live in Australia, and they were $10 each plus postage, so the total cost to do the job was only $50, which I think is quite cheap. Listening for the clicks again as the wire goes in the connector. Now insert the locking tab and we're almost done. Trial fit the connector and now you can put all the other connectors back on. Listening for the click of the locking tab onto the coil itself. Then replace the coil cover / engine cover with our two 10mm acorn nuts. start the engine and the car should run smoothly. Thanks for watching.